Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4 of the DRGN Chronicles. It is your boys, RJ the Brooklyn Savage and Tekaya, the Tokyo Prince himself. What's going on, Neff?
How you doing?
I'm doing A-OK.
Me too, man. We got my blue Hawaiian monster here and ready to dive into a little bit of wrestling.
Absolutely. I think we should start from what happened on Monday. John Cena's last Raw and his last, event ever in Madison Square Garden. Him, Sheamus, and Rey Mysterio took on Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, and Finn Balor in a fun six-man tag match, rather. And it was very fun. Very fun. It reminded me of a house show match. And a lot of people was complaining that maybe they thought that John Cena was going to get a singles match on his last MSG show. But, you don't want to risk John Cena getting hurt before his last match. And then plus, we learned on Monday that Dominic Mysterio and John Cena will run it back at Survivor Series in San Diego for the Intercontinental Championship. So
Absolutely. And by the
I'm fine
way,
with that. Mm-hmm.
it's episode 5 we're on actually.
Episode 5.
So,
oh my God!
yeah,
Excuse
so
that
we're
botch, ladies. I botched. Wow, big time botch. Botchamania. Where's
well,
Matthew
it's all
at?
good. That means we've been continuing and being consistent. But
Episode 5. Excuse me for that, people. God damn! Wow, absolutely craziness. But yeah. Yeah, no, I thought the match was fun, and I thought that Cena and Dom, they're going to have a fun match in San Diego. It's going to be interesting to see how they react to John Cena there. Because, Dom, I think, as of late, Dom's been booed. In these situations against Cena, he's been booed. It's going to be interesting to see how they treat him in San Diego, though. So, that's going to be
yes.
fun. I can't wait for that. We had some more continuation of the Last Time Is Now tournament. Dolph Ziggler made his return to face Solo Sikoa, and as soon as Solo Sikoa won the match, the air got taken right out of the room. Triple H has a bad habit of doing that, doesn't he?
Oh, Solo.
Oh man,
We're not big Solo fans over here, so
I like him as a personality. Him as a wrestler doesn't do it for me. I've seen him do better, and he's not doing his best right now. So
no.
I don't really. Ziggler carried that, like the excitement from him being back in WWE, and then his near falls and everything. That's what kept the match interesting to me. If it was Solo Sikoa left out there to his own devices, no. And somebody less dynamic like a Dolph Ziggler, no.
Yeah.
Solo just bores me as a wrestler, but it was cool to see Dolph Ziggler back in the WWE ring again. Apparently, these guys are gonna have merch deals with the WWE for a limited time, and then that's it. So that's cool. Yeah. Whew. I want to talk about this though. So Stephanie Verkier came out on Monday as well, getting ready to do a promo. And then before she can even say anything, really, Nikki Bella just jumps her from behind. And what a weak beatdown, by the way. Aside from throwing her head against the Titantron, which was very, very gingered anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very lame beatdown. And then she's sitting over her talking. You mean to tell me Stephanie Verkier can't punch her in the mouth? Like, that's what I would do. If somebody is sitting in front of me, not restraining me, and just talking, I'm punching them in the fucking face. Fuck all that.
Yeah.
To me, that just made Stephanie Verkier look stupid, in my opinion. And you don't want somebody like that who's kind of limited with her speaking, which is why I guess, they had Nikki Bella jumping from the behind to begin with. Like, that doesn't do her any favors, man. She needs every bit of badassery that she can get. And I just think that the other day, that was bad. I think if you
Yeah.
wanted Nikki Bella to get the jump on her and talk, Nikki Bella should have hit her with an object or something. She should have hit her with a pipe. Like, if she would have hit her between the back and the shoulder blades, with a pipe, and oh my god, she knocked her out, or hit her with some knucks or something, fine. I can get past that. But just that weak beatdown, and then her talking over her as if she couldn't reach up and punch her in the face. Like, I just thought that was stupid. I hated that. Hated it.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I definitely have to agree there. Um, just kind of just a, for someone to be weak and could turn into badassery, you just don't go with it. And that's where they went wrong. She just went with her doing something with it.
Yeah, I just thought it was just bad. And then we
Uh,
had the big brawl to end off the night with the War Game stuff. Brock Lesnar is a part of Team Vision, and Roman Reigns is a part of Team Punk, Cody, the Avengers. I don't know what the hell you want to call them.
the All Star.
Yeah, it's an all star lineup for sure. It definitely is, and I dig it. Like, to me, if you're gonna do the War Games, put your best players in, not Triple H's favorites, but put your best players in. And those guys, sorry if a lot of people don't like it, but Brock Lesnar is still a big star. Logan Paul's still a star. Look, I'm not. This ain't got nothing to do with my personal preference. I'm just going based off reactions and how people react to them. If they was
Yeah,
insignificant, then you wouldn't be saying anything about them. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But they are still they are stars, and then you got Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, who are stars, who are people that are going to be a part of the future of the company, and they're fighting off against the WWE champion, the world heavyweight champion, one of the
Mhm.
longest reigning WWE champions of all time, in Roman Reigns, and the Usos, the most decorated tag team, and Jay, who's like it or not, big star. So
Yeah, it's something like you have to kind of move away from your personal preference and kind of admit the draws and the reactions of things. Like, you don't have to like Brock Lesnar. I don't like Brock Lesnar, never have. But I know it's still a big deal to some people to have him there. And he's just going to be there. That's what it is. And that's just the way it is. And we just have to
mhm.
either get used to it or don't watch it. And yet, not everybody that's complaining is going to quit watching. So they're just going to have to get used to it like everybody else. And it's like you said, use Jey Uso example. Jey Uso, same thing. People may not like Jey Uso, but there's a lot of people that do love Jey Uso, and they give him reactions to show proof of that. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so
it's
it's,
your
I
best
mean,
players.
yeah. It's an all star match, and very interesting. I mean, and the stuff spilled over to SmackDown. They jumped Cody, outside the building, and then when Bronson Reed was trying to steal one from Carmelo Hayes, Cody Rhodes came out and dropped him, and Carmelo Hayes got the count out win to advance to the last time is now tournament. So that's good. I kind of predicted that was gonna happen, to be honest with you, based off what
Yeah,
happened last week. So it made sense. So that's fine. I got no problems
I'm
with that.
I'm not surprised that's how he won at all. Like, that makes sense
He was a
storyline
pin.
wise.
He wasn't pinning Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed is one of the top
No,
heels.
right. You need
So
Bronson Reed to stay strong and built big.
right,
So
right. Um, but yeah, that brawl was fun on Monday though. It was fun. They had the fake cops out there trying to incite chaos and stuff like that. So that was fun. Like I didn't mind that at all.
mm-mm.
Um, then we had NXT was at the theater in MSG, and they had a fun show. The one the Gold Rush joint.
Mm-hmm.
The only real big thing that happened on here, besides Javon and Leon losing, and a lot of people still pissed off about it because a lot of people hate Dark State. I don't particularly care for Dark State either, but I don't hate them either. But a lot of people hate Dark State, all of them,
Right.
and they wanted Leon and Javon to get something. And I do too. I think Javon Evans is overdue for a championship. Something. I'm not sure what Shawn Michaels. I'm not sure what the holdup is. But TNA finally, after all this time, finally start trusting Leon Slater with a championship. Hopefully, Javon is not too long for one. But that was fun because Javon and Leon took all the offense and everything like that. So that was cool. Dark State guy, those guys are green. Osiris Griffin, he's cool online, but he's green as grass. He can move for a big
Yeah.
man. I give him that. And Lennox is he's a prototype Jason Jordan type.
Yeah.
But they don't have it all the way there yet. They're not on Javon and Leon's level yet.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, I know that was disappointing for a lot of people to see Javon and Leon lose, but you kind of had to figure that it was going to happen, especially with the fact that Dark State just won the belts not too long ago, so it was going to happen. It was going
Yeah.
to happen. So um
Had to happen.
yeah, and then they did the main event as well, where Izzy Dame cost Tatum Paxi the NXT Women's Championship. JC Jane wins it again. So I'm two things I was thinking. Tatum Paxi wasn't supposed to have it for a long time, just for a good time, and they're going with a different direction for as far as who's going to take that belt from JC Jane. For the foreseeable future.
Yes.
I'm not sure who that is because JC Jane pretty much beat everybody on her first run. She beat everybody
Right.
except for maybe Jada Parker. She hadn't beat Jada Parker yet. I hope that's the direction they go in because Jada Parker needs something.
Yes.
It's like Shawn Michaels he's trying to avoid putting the belts on some of the more popular girls. He's going with JC Jane, which is all
Yeah.
right, but it's just I don't know, man. A lot of these girls need to be rewarded. We always say it all the time. You got to reward your players, and I just think that Lola Vice for her hard work that she's been putting in, and between NXT and AAA and Jada Parker getting better and better, and Lash Legend who's on the main roster now. I just think that those three in particular, who've shown some growth, just haven't been rewarded yet, and it's kind of frustrating when you really think about it. So that's just the way I kind of feel about that whole thing. But I'm glad Tatum Paxley got her moment, her shine. Her character really doesn't need a championship because her character is all about, for the most part, she's a little crazy. She's out there and she's not a glory hound, but I thought that was fine. I thought that was fine, but I'm interested to see which way they go now moving forward when it comes to JC Jane.
Yeah. And it's like, me and you've talked before. Um, it's not always about how long somebody's champion. And sometimes it's just solely about them winning the title. And that's why I like how you said, not a long time, just a fun time.
Yeah. And that's all. And when she won it, though, I was like, yeah, she ain't gonna have this belt too long. But I didn't think it was gonna be this short either. I
Right.
thought maybe maybe a month or two, but Sean didn't even give it that. I thought maybe she was gonna lose that deadline, but no, we're gonna do the heartbreak now. So
But she did get it. That's one thing we can say. She did get it, though.
yeah, she got it. Mm-hmm.
And also, oh, was there anything else on NXT we need to go over?
Obafemi got up in Ricky Saints' face, saying that the ruler's back. I'm back. Your daddy is home. I was like, oh, damn. Ricky Saints was like, what? And everybody was cheering and shit. Obafemi, man, that guy is ready. But I don't want to see him lose to Ricky again. That's why they should have just let him lose the match and then let him go to the main roster.
Yes.
And if he's not ready, send him somewhere else. Let him go to TNA. Let him fuck with one of those guys. Or fucking send him to AAA. Send him to AAA. Let him fight El Macias or something. I don't know. But, don't keep him at NXT for you to beat him again. He's going to beat... If he's not winning the belt back, which at this point doesn't make any sense for him to win the belt back.
No.
But if he doesn't win the belt back, then he just loses to Ricky twice, unless somebody screws him out of it. That's the only way I could just, maybe Jasper Troy comes back and beats him up or something. I don't know. Maybe Dark State gets involved. I don't know. But something, Obafemi does not need to go out on his back looking up at the stars of Ricky Saints. They should have just left it at No Mercy and just left it there. But no, they're going to do this again, and I'm afraid that they're going to beat him a time too many before he gets ready for the main roster. We already know he's probably going to have to start over again when he gets called up, but damn, man, don't make it hard, Sean. Fuck.
Right.
And Trick Williams is still down there too, and he's feuding with Miles Bourne now, Randy Orton Jr. And it's like, oh boy, like Trick Williams is gonna eat this dude up on the mic. Miles Bourne can hold his own on the mic if you can get past, his vocal tone. If you can get past that, Miles Bourne's actually not bad on the mic. And he told Oba and Ricky after he laid out Trick that he's the next man up and that he'll be seeing him at deadline. So I guess he'll be in the Iron Survivor match. They haven't really made the participants known yet. John Cena is going to do that next week. So it'll be interesting to see who John Cena picks for that. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. Deadline and the Iron Survivor Challenge is actually pretty nice. I like that concept.
Yeah.
So,
Fits perfect, really.
Yeah, it's a fun match.
Yeah,
it's a fun match.
I think, honestly, like you said, at this case, you really just need somebody going there and kind of tossing the title to kind of save it on both guys' end. Yeah. And that'd probably be your best bet. Because, like you said, he'd probably want to start over and he gets the main roster anyway. So let's just make it less as hard as possible.
Sean. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Unless he gets that Braun Breaker push. But even Braun Breaker seems like just when we're going up the mountain with him a little bit, he gets pulled down. Not because he gets beat, but the Triple H just shoves somebody in front of him. And it's like, oh, boy. Ugh. I know we got to get past War Games. I'm going to wait until we get past War Games. If Braun Breaker's still following Logan Paul around like puppy dog, we're going to have problems. That's all I got to say. Because Braun Breaker was starting to have a voice, and then all of a sudden Logan Paul comes out of nowhere. Logan Paul's doing talking. It's like, oh, come on. Fuck. But yeah, touching back on that War Games thing again, though. Triple H. Dude, I know Mark Shapiro opened his big fat mouth a couple of weeks ago talking about how they need to get past all Vince McMahon's his events and his traditions and this, that, and the other, which I think is a mistake, by the way, motherfucker. Is this guy out of his fucking mind? Is he out of his mind? But anyways, Triple H, we need to alternate Survivor Series, man. 5-on-5 traditional. A lot of people miss that shit, man. A lot of people miss it. So how about we do this? Next year, let's go back to the traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series matches. And then let's do War Games in 2027. Can we do that, please? Because War Games as a concept, it's growing, it's weighing on me, man. Especially since the War Games match is not that brutal enough. I'll give AEW credit. They don't really use the cage like that in AEW, but they use a lot of weapons, and it comes as advertised. Blood and guts. War Games, there's not even a fucking war, even though last year there was a lot of injuries, real life injuries, but it wasn't brutal enough. These War Games matches aren't brutal enough. So to me, it's not even worth the fucking advertisement, honestly, in my opinion. It was cool in NXT, but now on the main roster, and then you got guys like Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. They ain't gonna want to do too much. I already know that for a fact. Do we need Jimmy Uso out with another injury for 5 or 6 months? And I'm thinking on the other side, I don't know. Do we need Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed getting hurt right after Seth got hurt? And Logan Paul's going to want to protect himself too. Especially since he's got a lot of other shit to do outside of WWE. So I'm looking at this lineup too. As much as it's a big all-star lineup, do these guys really need to be getting all crazy and getting hurt before WrestleMania? Because WrestleMania is right around the corner. Royal Rumble, even closer around the corner. Elimination Chamber. Do we need any of these guys hurt right now? Because these are your top guys right now. As far as I'm concerned, all 10 of these guys are your top guys right now. So, do we need any of these guys getting hurt? I don't know, man. So, yeah. I'm saying next year, they might want to go back to 5v5 Survivor Series match. And I would not be hating that at all if they did that. Because I think it's needed. I think it's really needed. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. One of the reasons why we wanted them to even step away from the 5 versus 5 in the first place originally was because it was facing the same challenges War Games was. Getting way overdone, getting too, far-fetched with things. and it was running its course. A lot of the matches started getting where it was just feeling overwhelming and not even making enough sense with enough story.
Yeah.
But I think if you would, and now War Games is getting that way. So if you would just kind of switch them out year by year and make it a whole new refresher. And like you said, injuries are a big thing. You don't want all your guys getting injured before the Royal Rumble. Then what the fuck are you gonna do? A 10-man Royal Rumble? No,
Good
you got to
Lord.
have your guys and your women. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have to figure something out here to kind of revamp some stuff a little bit.
And I mean, you could just book both matches in your head. Charlotte and Rhea are gonna have problems because all of a sudden they have tension out of nowhere. Like that whole thing with Charlotte. Oh, Rhea's a snake. Where the fuck did that come from? That came out of nowhere last week. So they got a fake drama and this, that, and the other. So they're gonna be probably looking at each other. Io's gonna do the dive off the damn cage with the trash can on her head. Like you could just picture that match, how it's gonna
Oh,
go and who's gonna
by the
win.
way, I'm gonna get a poster of that dive with the trash can on her
Oh
head, and I'm
my
gonna put it
god.
all on my wall. By the way, just want to let y'all know that.
Good Lord. And then you could call the men's one too. If I had to guess, McIntyre, Jay Uso, and Braun Breaker are probably gonna be and Reed are probably gonna be the the workhorses in that match. Because Brock ain't gonna do much, Roman ain't gonna do much. CM Punk probably will try to do as much as he can without hurting himself. Because he's the champion right now. And Cody, same thing. He's not trying to hurt himself either. So I'm just saying, like, I could just picture all this stuff happening. It's gonna be a breezy war games, and it's just like, ugh, I don't want that. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
that.
I
Uh,
wasn't too enthused by War Games this year so far. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some good spots in these matches, and the matches aren't being good or bad isn't really what I'm worried about. It's just too predictable and you know too much craziness to it. And you talking about that fake storyline, just coming up with anything now seems like. Um, but one thing I wanted to touch on was, and I told you this the other day in a phone call, was the John Cena retirement match situation, the match itself.
right.
And, we mentioned earlier about him defending the IC title against Dom Survivor Series. And I told you, like, I don't think he's going to lose his last two matches. And I honestly won't be surprised if he don't drop this belt back to Dom at Survivor Series and then wins his final match. I don't see him losing his last two matches. He goes to his final match as champion, sure, I can see him losing.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's not champion, I don't see him losing.
Well, at this point, I'm looking at this bracket, and it looks like it's got Gunther's paws all over it.
Yes, and a lot of people,
Unfortunately,
unfortunately, and a lot of people are for Gunther. I didn't know that, but I'm seeing people all on the internet talking about how Gunther should be the one. I'm
I don't
like,
think
I
so.
don't think I agree.
I don't agree with that either.
If I had to pick, I'd say Carmelo Hayes. Because even if Carmelo Hayes was to win the tournament and lose the match, you still have enough built around him where you can start pulling the trigger on things with him within next year.
That's why I've been advocating for somebody younger to be in it.
Money
Somebody
in the
young,
Bank, it
yeah.
could be an option.
That's why I was saying a couple of weeks ago. If we can give this thing to somebody who's not a made man, this can help make the man. Even if he doesn't beat Cena, like you said, at least if they drop the story, especially Michael Cole, oh my god, the biggest match of his career. He took John Cena to the limit. We're always going to be hearing about that now. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Gunther, he's a made man already, dude. Longest reigning Intercontinental Champion ever. Not just in modern time, but ever. Goddamn, 2-time heavyweight champion, King of the Ring, retired Goldberg already this year. Like, you'd give him Cena too. It's a little too much for my taste, my
Yeah.
liking. And I got nothing against Gunther. I like Gunther as a performer, but you go back and you check some of Gunther's matches when he chokes guys out. the air just goes out of the. I don't want that for Cena's last match.
I don't
Because
either.
as good as Gunther is, he's one of those guys where when he wins a match, it's a bunch of indifference in the air. He doesn't get cheered. He doesn't get booed. It's just, it happens, you know?
A lot of Gunther matches are very predictable too. So,
For the most part, that's what happens when you give somebody a high win percentage rate, you know? Which he, you know, I would say his winning percentage rate probably like an 80 something. He's only lost like 3 matches in his main roster run with Sammy, Cody, Jey Uso, and Punk. That's 4 matches?
Yep.
Yeah. And that's not bad company at all. I mean,
Sammy, Cody, Jay, Punk. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that is what it is at the end of the day. But it's just like, to me, I think somebody younger should go up against Cena, and all these guys are not younger. Carmelo Hayes is the youngest guy left in this damn tournament. So
yeah, and I don't know. I can't think the guy's name right now on TikTok, but he was talking about how he thinks Gunther should do it because, and then people are talking about how he's already made and stuff. He's referenced Shawn Michaels retiring Ric Flair and Undertaker retiring Shawn Michaels as examples, talking about how they didn't need to do that. So it's like, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, but that was Ric Flair's choice.
yeah, exactly.
Like Ric Flair wanted to wrestle Shawn Michaels, not necessarily for the retirement thing, but Shawn Michaels. He wanted to wrestle Shawn Michaels, and so that's what happened. And as far as Taker goes, like Shawn Michaels put his career in the hands of somebody that he trusted, and there's nobody, especially back then, that he respected and feared more than the Undertaker. So Shawn Michaels put his career in Undertaker's hands.
All those things made sense the way it happened.
Yeah, I mean, if you know the wrestlers and you know those guys, I'm not saying John Cena's not a fan of Gunther, but I'm pretty damn sure if you went up to John Cena and said, "Hey, John, who do you want to lose to?" I guarantee you Gunther's name is not coming up.
No.
I could think of 5 other guys off the top of my dome that John Cena would probably want to put over, and it ain't Gunther. Because Gunther's a made man. Cena wants to give back. And guess what? If you guys think I'm lying, why is John Cena's the whole show is going to be NXT guys versus main roster guys? Because John Cena wants to give back. And I guarantee you, if John Cena truly had his way, his last match would be against somebody that's younger. Somebody that's younger, somebody that can use it, somebody that John Cena could probably, not out loud, but probably in private go, man, that helped make that kid's career.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther, like I said, made man already. Like I just don't see it. And plus Goldberg, he beat Goldberg. Now let's Goldberg goes to AEW or Saudi Arabia or something like that and put his own festival on or something. That's it.
I mean,
for Goldberg's sake, I hope
somebody that is known to help retire people. I mean, you retired one of the most dangerous fucking men in wrestling history. Like, come on now. You don't need to retire Cena.
It's gonna be his new gimmick. I retire people. Yay.
We already had Randy Orton, the legend killer gimmick. Come on now.
I know, right? Gimmick infringement. Yeah, I'm just not super jazzed. Like I said, I'm not hating on Gunther. For anybody that might get that twisted up, I actually like Gunther, but
I do too.
For this spot, I don't like him for this spot. And that's just me. But and obviously nephew agrees. So
yeah. I mean, how I relate to Gunther, anytime they decide to make him German, they switch back and forth from time to time. But, I definitely relate whenever they make him German. It's cool to see a fellow German person, on top of the world.
Vince made him
Depending
German
on which day
left.
that is.
Remember he was going to be a Nazi, remember? Gunther Stark. I was like, oh my God. Everybody was losing his mind. Oh, everybody was losing their shit. Gunther's going to be a Nazi. I was like, oh, wow. Ooh. They really jumped the shark on that one.
They sure did.
Good Lord. Um.
Yeah, they like to switch it back and forth, so you know.
Oh, that's Rusev. Remember Rusev Bulgarian that he was Russian. Then when he left,
They sure didn't know
and
what
then,
to do with
and then,
Rusev.
and then when he left Lana, then he became Bulgarian again. Well,
The ravishing Russian Lana from
I guess
Florida.
I guess Bulgaria didn't get enough heat because Bulgaria is not. I'm not gonna say it's not like it's not a country. When you think of foreign countries, Bulgaria doesn't come to the top of your head. Russia obviously does. Saudi Arabia, another place. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like to be somebody that needs to be a foreign menace, Bulgaria is not exactly the number one country you think of. And by the way, breaking news for everybody who cares: December the 20th, the Lucha Brothers will reunite to take on Dominic Mysterio and El Grande Americano. So that's gonna be fun for AAA. The Lucha Brothers get back together.
That's exciting to me.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. It's been
We're
a
Lucha
long
Bro
time.
fans over here.
It's been a long time, and I think if we're not gonna put any belts on Penta, might as well just put them back together as a tag team. Let's light this Raw tag team division up for God's sakes. Or SmackDown, don't make me no difference. But yeah, let's light this tag team division up. It's time. It's time. It's time. Ray Phoenix don't need to be getting chokeslammed by Tala Tonga no more. Let's get him up out of that. I mean, it's nice. He gets to work with Sami Zayn, but like, come on, man. We got to get him up out of there. But MLW. I went to the MLW show on Thursday. Don Gato, the tequila. Man, it was a fun event. They had it at the Charleston Music Hall. Very, very small venue. Auditorium like, and the setup was quite interesting. The ring was on the stage, like the actual stage in this music hall, and the Titantron was behind the ring. And when I first walked in, my first thought was, how the hell are the wrestlers going to do what they have to do? Especially with all these luchadors. I know Dijak likes to dive. I know Mystico obviously likes to dive. And I mean, they had guys that hit dives, but it was just very scary. And then when I'm seeing Dijak and Baron Corbin moving at fast speed around the edges of the stage, it was like, hey guys, do not slip. Don't slip, because if you slip, your tall asses is falling down. Hey, it might be down and out for a good bit. And I don't need any of that to happen. But yeah, the matches were fine. I thought the best match on the show as far as the men go, because I thought the women actually had like the best match of the night, in my opinion. I thought Shotzi and Priscilla Kelly went out there and had a really good match. And that's not my bias talking, because those two girls are two of my favorites. But they really went out there and they really had a really, really good match, a really good women's match. And they went back and forth. And Shotzi won with her with the senton off the top. I forgot what she calls it, but yeah, that was really, really fun. It was really fun to see both of them in person. I never got a chance to see Priscilla because by the time she got signed to NXT wasn't doing shows around here anymore. They did that. They did 2 shows in South Carolina, but not one after that. And I seen Shotzi twice before, but this is like the first time that I got to see her up close and kind of get a little bit more closer to the action and everything like that. And it was really good match between those two. That whole Don Gato, it was supposed to. They advertised it as a gauntlet, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
but that match was terrible. I'm sorry. Like, look, those guys are legends. They're legends, all of them. I get that and I understand that, but that match was not good. It was not good. Los Panthers, which I thought should be called, Los Panteros, Los Finelos, Los Atlantis, and El Galon Fantasma. Papa Phantasma was probably the best out of all the old guys. Because Atlantis, he looked like he was out of it. Papa Pussy, as I like to call him. He was
Oh
out.
gosh.
Him and Blue Panther, they were barely touching each other. All right, it was bad. It was bad. And then the Sons, once again, the Phantasmas were like the best duo out there. I'm sorry to say it, Blue Panther and the Sun did not look good. They did not look good, and the pin was botched. So yeah, it was just that match was a mess. It was a mess.
Sounds like it was.
No, oh yeah, it was a fucking mess. Diego Hill, the I guess he's Japanese. I never heard of him before. And the other Luchador Stigma, they had a match. It was fine, and the finish got kind of fucked up because Diego Hill missed. So okay, the Japanese guy, I'm blanking on his name. He kicked, he did something. I forgot. Either he low blowed the other guy or something. He did something nefarious. Then he just falls right back out of the ring. I don't even know what the fuck happened. He just rolled out of the ring for no reason.
What the fuck?
And then Diego Hill, he hits, you know how Javon Evans does that tornado smash, right?
Yeah.
Well, Diego Hill, he hit that, but he overshot Stigma because Stigma was too close. He was too close to the corner. So he overshot Stigma on the way down. So it looked funky, and everybody was like, ooh. But Diego Hill got the win anyways. So that was fun until that finish. That whole thing was awkward between the Japanese guy just rolling out of the ring for no reason, and then fucking Diego Hill overshooting that finish. In the World Championship match, Mads Kruger, that dude's huge in person. Holy shit, that guy's huge. He took on Brock Anderson. It was pretty much a 3-on-1 handicap match, though. Arn Anderson was extra over, though. When they announced Arn Anderson was there, the pop got even bigger because, you know, the Carolinians, they love Arn Anderson. So that was fun. CW Anderson came out midway to make it pretty much a 3-on-1 handicap match. They was wailing on him with kendo sticks and shit, and he was no selling it. Then he got Brock Anderson, and he beat him after some miscommunication between Arn and Brock. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna plant that in there. Because once again, I think Arn is around for a good time. I don't think he's around for a long time. So I think they're probably gonna do a thing where the Andersons turn on him. And as far as Kruger, I don't know who he fights next. Maybe he fights Cross next. I'm not too sure because Cross beat Riddle in the main event.
That would be fun. That'd be a fun little.
Yeah, it'd be fun, but Cross would look so small against Kruger. Though Cross is like supposed to be like this big, like, you know, big guy, but he ain't so big next to Kruger.
You're right though. That is true.
Kruger's
big, so
yeah, he is. I'm like, holy shit! When he came out, everybody was like, oh my god! Everybody was like, because how they had it set up, they came from the entrance and they came through the crowd, so we got to see the wrestlers come down the ring.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And Scarlett and Isla Dawn had a match. That was fun too. They had a really fun match. Isla Dawn, oh my god. Scarlett, oh my god. Like, they look great in person. And Scarlett, I did not realize. I apologize, ma'am. I was not familiar with your cheek game because Jesus, Scarlett, that thing was danging respectfully. Cross, don't smash my head, don't fuck me up. But Scarlett, that thing was danging respectfully. And Isla Dawn, we already know she kicked up for
RJ versus Cross,
Scottish girl. Oh man, and Priscilla Kelly, forget about it. Oh my god. Don't even get me started. But they had a really good match, and Scarlett beat her. Scarlett looked good. That's what I'm saying. Like, all these people, like, oh man, they really misused Cross, but the real victim in all that was Scarlett. Scarlett didn't talk all that much. Scarlett didn't wrestle. Not one. I think Scarlett only had one match on main event in 2020, I would say. Other than that, Scarlett did not get anything, not one fucking match while she was in WWE all that time. And Scarlett I was watching the match, I'm like, Scarlett's showing that she can go, she is an asset. And I don't know what kind of money Court Bauer has, but I would try to get her and Cross to a deal together or a pay per appearance, something, work out something, and have these. Because I think with Scarlett, Isla, Priscilla, and Shotzi, those four right there being in your women's division, being the center of it, you can't go wrong with that, in my opinion.
No, that's a fun division too.
Oh yeah, and Scarlett and Isla Dawn had a kiss after the match. Everybody was freaking out. It was like, oh my God. I was like, whoa, hold on. I was like, whoa, wow. And the way Scarlett pinned her, though, the way she was mounted on top of Isla Dawn. And then she was staying there for a while and she got off of her. And then all of a sudden, that's when the kiss happened. I was like, oh, wow. Craziness, man. Holy shit. But that was fun. Absolutely fun. I love that a lot. But yeah, MLW moved their operations to South Carolina, so they'll be operating out of South Carolina as their headquarters and everything. That's fun. That's cool. Us in the South, of course, we all know I'm originally from New York, but I've been living in South Carolina off and on for years. But it's about time that we have a wrestling promotion based out of South Carolina. I know we got the Indies, but MLW's coming to South Carolinian turf. Forget about it. I'm there. So this is fun for me. I love that a lot. And a lot of people missed the show. Like I went with my friend Matt. A couple of my other friends didn't get a chance to make it. Morgan did not get to see her favorite luchador, Templario. But it was fun. It was a fun night. My only complaint is that we got to get a bigger arena, a bigger venue. I know Court Bauer's probably like, I probably ain't gonna. I don't think he probably thought that he wasn't gonna be able to pack out the Coliseum in Charleston, or he wasn't gonna pack out USC in Columbia. So he probably was like, I'm gonna go with the music hall to be safe, which he. That not bad way of thinking. He wasn't being overzealous. He was crawling before he walked and run. So I give him, that's smart. But now that you could pack out a house, get a bigger house.
Exactly. You live and learn.
Yeah,
you know.
Exactly. But
I think it's great that you got something in the South now, wrestling wise, because I feel like when it comes like in the South and pro wrestling, the only state in the South that really gets any kind of wrestling recognition is like Florida. And, Florida's got their own thing going on down there anyway. And Texas maybe, but that even Texas is kind of getting a little bit more on the rare side of that, the wrestling. But it's cool to have one of the more major top promotions be based in the South again.
Yep, absolutely.
We used to have Mid-South wrestling back in the day, but it's pretty cool.
All right, so Full Gear was also tonight for AEW, by the way. So we're not gonna do a full blown review, but we're just gonna do a rundown of what happened on the main show because I don't give a shit what happened before it. El Sky Team, Mystico, Neon, and Mascarada Dorada, they retained their trios championships against Hechicero, Takeshita, and Okada. Due to some chicanery between Okada and Takeshita. By the way, they see that Okada's being a dick towards Takeshita on purpose. How are they going to work this out without it making sense? Because Takeshita's obviously going to be the one that goes the babyface, right? But when Okada is costing Don Callis' family money and trouble by being petty, so it's like, do they kick him out? Because they should, because he's the one that's causing problems. Meanwhile, Takeshi's trying to be mature and handle business. But I mean, they're gonna go the evil route and kick Takeshi out. But it's just like, but Okada's the one causing all the trouble. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Pac beat Darby Allin. I told Justin, I was like, look, they gotta capitalize off of what Pac did to Darby Allin. They did. Pac beat Darby Allin. And I said, there's no way in the world that Darby Allin, his body's supposed to be burnt and everything like that, should beat Pac, who's healthy. It wouldn't make any sense at all. Now, if Darby Allin was away for a month, then yeah, I can understand that. But that was just last week. Like that would make Pac look foolish if he lost. Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa won that Fatal 4-Way women's tag team match. They will get to pick the stipulation in their next match for the AEW Tag Team Championship tournament for the women. FTR beat Brody King and Bandito to become 3-time tag team champions for AEW. The Casino Gauntlet to crown the inaugural AEW National Champion was won by Ricochet, and I said that. I said they were gonna have to reward Ricochet for all his his pussy popping for Tony Khan. He was gonna have to get rewarded.
It's a good way to call it.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna have to get rewarded for that. Kyle O'Reilly beat John Moxley in a no holds barred match and made Moxley tap out for the second. I called that too, because that has been the ongoing thing with John Moxley, is that John Moxley is allergic, or his Achilles heel is being tapped out or being choked out. Mark Briscoe beat Takeshita, or well, not Takeshita, but Kyle Fletcher for the TNT Championship, with the Jade Driller. Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks beat Kenny Omega in the Jurassic Express to win the $1 Million Trios match. Don Callis took it sick the rest of the family to attack Kenny Omega. And Don Callis offered Matt and Nick a spot to join the Don Callis family. And Matt and Nick, they said, fuck that, and helped Kenny, and the Elite are back together again. Let's see how that works out this time around.
Tony Khan put us in them $2 million matches.
Well, I would love to take Tony Khan's money in a heartbeat since he's giving away like candy. I'd take it. Fuck it. Changed my life. Chris Statlander beat Mercedes Moné to retain the AEW Women's Championship. Interesting. But
good.
Mercedes already got enough.
I don't say that with hate, but
yeah, she's got enough. I mean, fuck that. Let Chris Statlander live. The first 3 participants that's going to be in the Continental Classic for 2025 was Okada, Takeshita, and Fletcher. And Kyle Fletcher.
What a shock!
Right? And Fletcher looks very pissed off at Okada. And would you look at this? Would you look at this? Samoa Joe beats Hangman Page to win the World Championship.
We told y'all last week.
I wanted it to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen. But Hook turned heel and he helped Samoa Joe. That's great. I love that. Because Hook should be in the ops. Come on, man. Hey, fuck that. Like, he should be in the ops.
I had a feeling Joe would win it because, I don't think Joe's going to have it long, obviously.
No,
because Joe's talking about retiring. But it's like I told you. I don't remember if I said it on the podcast or in private. Mm-hmm. Samoa Joe, I say with all respect, he is the GOAT as a transitional champion.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT
at. Absolutely. I agree with that. He's the guy that gives the guy, the next babyface, I guess. I don't know who's going to beat him. I thought MJF would have been back by now. What the fuck is going on with MJF? I know he's not hurt. What's going on with MJF? But Samoa, that's shock of the night. That's shock of the night. You got me, Tony Khan. You got me. I'm a fan. I like it. Samoa Joe. Hangman Page does nothing for me. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of people, including people in our, our social circles that love that dude. But I do not care for Adam Hangman Page at all. I don't. He's a stand-up human being or whatever, blah, 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 blah. He's just not my kind of wrestler. He's a great wrestler, but he's not my kind of, he's not my kind of personality. He's not a guy that I flock to. Takeshita, that's a different story. Samoa Joe, different story. When those guys talk, Joe in particular, when Joe talks, my ears perk up and I'm glued to the TV. Hangman Page talks, I'm like, whatever. Tell your story walking, bitch. I got nothing for him. Like I said, I don't hate the guy. Don't even dislike him. He's just not for me. Not my guy.
Yeah,
but Samoa Joe, Samoa Joe. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm taking that to the bank. I don't give a shit if Samoa Joe's damn near 50 years old. I'm taking Samoa Joe as world champion to the bank. Yes.
It's Samoa Joe. You cannot hate Samoa Joe. He's the fucking GOAT. He's fucking awesome. Samoa Joe.
And I'm telling you what, they're expanding this ops thing because he had a bunch of people, obviously extras and this, that, and the other, but he had a bunch of people wearing ops shirts behind him, right? I don't know, but I think the ops might be taking the Death Rider spot as the top heel faction. Especially if what I'm thinking is about to happen is going to happen on next Wednesday. That they kick Moxley out of Death Riders, or they just end
Death
it all
Rider's
together.
running its course, man.
And I would say that, but they just added Garcia not too long ago. Yeah, add Daniel Garcia 2 months before you get rid of the group. That's what I'm saying. Like, it would be better to kick Moxley out of the group. Have Pac do it. Since Pac won his match, Pac stood on business tonight. John Moxley did not. And that's what I was telling Justin the other day. Shout out to Justin, by the way. When we did the show, I said, look, Pac is going to have to win the match, and Moxley's going to have to lose his. And I gave my reasons why. Darby Allin at the 55% with all these burn marks on his body supposedly should not be beating Pac. That's stupid. And then Kyle O'Reilly, they're doing something with Kyle O'Reilly. I don't know what, but they're prepping him up for something. Oh my God, yo, Jackson. Holy shit. Kyle O'Reilly's going to beat Samoa Joe for the belt.
Hey, I'm fine with that.
You fine with that? I'm not fine with that. Look, I like Kyle O'Reilly and everything but I don't know, Kyle O'Reilly, his physical well-being is I'm kind of concerned for Kyle O'Reilly. Am I the only one?
As long as we're not putting it back on Moxley.
Am I the only one seeing Kyle O'Reilly like physically? Kyle O'Reilly does not look well to me, people. And I'm not picking on him or anything like that. I'm actually concerned. Like, I'm legitimately concerned. Those bags underneath his eyes look terrible. Like, he looks flushed. Kyle O'Reilly to me does not look well.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's cleared to compete, but like, I don't know. I know I think Kyle O'Reilly, if I'm not mistaken, he has diabetes. But diabetes ain't doing all that to you, making you look flushed like that. Obviously, if he wasn't taking his medicine, he'd be done passed out by now. But oh man, I don't know, Kyle. I'm a little concerned. I really am. Like, I'm not joking around. It's not a funny bit. I am legitimately concerned for Kyle O'Reilly. And if you people are seeing what I'm seeing, then you guys would agree with me. He just looks flushed, and those bags underneath his eyes. I mean, Punk has them too, but on Kyle, they look very more alarming than on CM Punk. Look puffy and I just don't know. And it doesn't hurt. It hurts even worse because Kyle O'Reilly's pale, so it sticks out a whole lot more too. Mm-hmm. But Kyle O'Reilly, they might be gearing him up to take the belt from Samoa Joe.
We all know Tekesha should be world champion in every company in existence. So,
you goddamn right there, son. Like, I agree with that.
If you really want to go with somebody, go with Tekesha. Put the title on him. Him and EO are the best in the world. They both need all the titles. You know, just do it. Do it, Tony. Do it, Triple H.
And my world is the greatest of all time.
Oh, yes. If you know, you know.
That's good. That's real good. But anything else you want to add before we get out of here? We're actually short of an hour.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I did upload a little bit of a video talking about the stats from Stardom. We are going to be in the final soon, so I will make a video over that when that comes up. It'll either be a prediction or a preview or a review. I'll do something around those terms. I'll probably talk about the finals on the podcast because we don't really have another major Stardom show until the 29th, I believe it is, of December. But it's going to be a big one then. We're almost to Wrestle Kingdom. There ain't much Stardom or New Japan news to go over right now other than the Saya and Yujiro situation, and that was a clusterfuck. I think Saya burying him on X was the most entertaining part of that, anything to do with that show. But I say that as somebody didn't even watch the show because it's hosted by Evil. Celebrating Evil's anniversary. We're not Evil fans. But we are getting to where we will have some more news regarding those companies. They're just entering their end-year big events.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. There's gonna be more stuff to amp up. And plus, both have to get through all these tag tournaments too. 'Cause both of them are running tag team tournaments right now. So that's kind of like the cooling period, if you will, for both. So yeah, we'll be
Yeah,
back on track.
because
Towards
New
December.
Japan's got Wrestle Kingdom, Stardom's got Dream Queendom. So
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait for both. Both should be very, very interesting this year. So absolutely.
and get better, Starlight Kid. Get better soon.
Yeah, get better soon. SLK, we need you back in the ring there, Miss Lady Ma'am. You.
Love that mask. The
Oh yeah,
most beautiful mask.
most beautiful mask in the world. Yeah. So that's it on my end. That's everything you had on your end.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, episode 5, to be corrected, episode 5 of Dragon Chronicles sounds like it's in the can. It's wrapped up for the books. Ladies and gentlemen, like, subscribe. Let us know what you think about the show. And we will be back next week. So, with that being said, on the behalf of Tekaya the Tokyo Prince, this is your boy, RJ the Brooklyn Savage. And we'll catch you guys later. Peace out, Dragon Style.